What is going on, y'all? It is Mac on the mic, the first episode of the Mac Motivated podcast. Yay!
Let's go!
And I am super excited and also super bummed out. I do have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is, like I said, it's episode 1 of the Mac on the mic podcast. We're starting something new. This is amazing. Woo! The bad news is that the Mac Motivated Instagram platform has just been hacked, and that has been the most annoying process to be going through right now, especially given the holidays, Black Friday. I had a couple of sponsorship deals of videos that I needed to get out, and it has completely delayed me. But it's okay. It is not the end of the world. Of course I was down. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, do I really have to start fresh right now? I wish I had a backup sooner. Just all the questions running through my mind as to what I could have done before getting hacked. But it happened. It's a shit show, but it's fine. We're just gonna do it all over again. I know exactly what I have to do. I mean, and this is not the end of Matt Motivated. It's just one step back for 10 steps forwards. It's just been a ride these past 2 days. It's not to say that Matt Motivated is completely gone. I mean, I can see everything, y'all. Like, it is actually crazy. I'm just restricted and I am no longer the email associated with my account. Gosh, just be wary because it is so crazy what people will do out here just to get access to other information. Whether that's to blackmail you, get some money out of you. It just sucks that sometimes that you have to be the target, and that might screw you over a little bit. In my case, I don't know, has it screwed me over? Maybe in the slightest, but I'm not gonna let this affect it. I'm glad that I have other platforms to fall back on, which is nice. And of course, I still have my YouTube, my TikTok. We're still there, so please show support. We're still gonna, of course, grow my new Insta page, Mac Unleashed. Let's do that first, okay? It's gonna be nice because the biggest thing that I want to make note of, especially when it comes to getting Mac on the mic started and getting this podcast up and running, is that now we get to see it from start to finish. And I want to be able to show that process to you guys because I've always wanted to be able to show, like, how did I grow my platform and my following? What did I do? And I can show you all of the steps, and that's honestly the thing that I think I'm the most confident in because I already know what I want my layout to be. I already know how I would like to start laying out the foundation for how I'm going to grow my platform. And the first time I did it all organically, and that is the exact plan that I have for myself the second time. I'm going to do it all organically. Once again, I grew my TikTok to 108,000 followers, grew my Instagram that recently just got hacked to 26.6 thousand followers, all organically, naturally, by me, day in and day out. It's been one hell of a ride, except this, but still, like I said, it's all a learning experience, so we're just gonna grow from it. Mac Motivated is not finished, baby. So, without further ado, episode 1 of the Mac on the Mic podcast. Let's go. Let's break the ice with some pretty cool questions. Some of y'all had some really awesome questions, and I'm gonna answer them for us right now. Everything queer, lesbian, whatever you wanna know about, fitness, health, wellness, you name it. Without further ado, let's get into the first question. All right, so the first question that we're going to answer, what is the toughest part about coaching virtually and how do I overcome it? Once again, you are relying on engaging with this person over the phone, over a screen, if you will. For a lot of people, that can be kind of difficult or challenging if you've never done that before. Trying to keep somebody engaged, because think about it, it's like on your phone, right? It's like, okay, you can see my email. Yeah, hey, Coach Mac has reached out to you, or my message. Hey, Coach Mac has reached out to you. Please, let's hop on a call. Let's do this. And then all of a sudden, whoop, you got sent something and now we're distracted and you left. It happens so often. Changing your approach, knowing what you need to do in order to keep your individuals or your clientele engaged. How can I make it where I keep them wanting to, come back to coach? Understanding that there's a very high value in the investment that you make with me and Mac Motivated. Of course, you want to see that return on that investment. You want to see the return from receiving that value through me. I'm going to make sure that I give it to you as a coach. As mandatory as it is for me as your coach to provide what you need in order to succeed or to at least achieve those goals, I also need that back from you where it's like, dude, you got to make sure that we do your check-in calls. You got to make sure that you do your check-ins. So I make sure that, it's different tiers before being able to even unlock that next week of workouts and programming to be able to hold them accountable in different ways. I definitely think that's one of the hardest parts about virtual coaching. Definitely trying to at least keep your clientele engaged. The second hardest part about keeping your clientele engaged virtually, especially when you have clientele that might not be in the same time zone as you, or they might live in different countries. I have been fortunate enough to have a bunch of clientele that are international clients or that are stationed in different parts of the world. Working with them can be a challenge sometimes because it's like, we're on completely different time zones. It's a different side of the world. You're in Asia. It's like we're 12 hours apart. We try and be as lenient as possible, especially since I opened up my business to be as global as that, you know? So it's like definitely having those engaging pieces where it's like, okay, even if we can't necessarily talk on the phone face to face or virtually over Zoom, like it's like, what can I do in order to still make it valuable for you, to hold you accountable? So boop, still got to do my Mac Motivated program, you know, check that off in the back of my head, that checklist. Making sure that you provide that value to make it a priority for your clients. That's definitely what makes virtual coaching hard. But I still love virtual coaching. Really do. I love working with multiple individuals. That type of work volume, to me, it is satisfying and helps keep me organized. There's its perks, there's its cons, but it's all about learning how to work with your individuals and your clientele, of course. Question 1, great question. All right, so question 2. Somebody really had the audacity to ask, if you either had to give up either fitness or coaching, what would you choose? If I had to give up either fitness or coaching, of course I would give up coaching, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be about my health and wellness first. Now, don't want to say that I won't be a leader at the end of the day when it comes to being in the gym or being in the fitness space. I'll always be helpful and like a leader in the space, but like if I had to choose between fitness and coaching, of course I would just go with fitness. A little fitness model, baby. Like, you know, strap my stuff if I have to, but it's just like fitness over coaching, definitely. Ooh, next question. And this is also a really good question, y'all. So how does balancing fitness and a social media presence impact your mental health? Okay, honestly, for me, until I got hacked, okay, honestly, I felt like it was actually a decent balance, at least for me, because I always felt like I was sharing my content with others. I was going to be able to help them out, or at least give them some tips, some insight on how to be better themselves. So for me, that actually felt mentally gratifying to be able to share my fitness content, have that social media presence while also portraying my brand, my coaching, and who I was and how I trained. So for me, honestly, it was kind of like this satisfying outlet where, hey, I can share this with others and can accomplish same goals, that these are also achievable goals because, hey, Mac did it. And that's great. I want you to feel like that because it is achievable. It's like, it doesn't take what you think it actually takes. It just takes this one little switch or one little adjustment that you need to make, and whether that's your daily habits, your everyday to do, your workout routine, you know, to make that more suitable for you, to have both fitness and a social media presence. It was very balanced. I enjoyed it because, once again, like I said, I'm portraying my fitness, my background, my everyday. This is my life every day. So it's like I get to show that, as well as how I'm able to do what I love, but also get paid doing it, or at least get sponsorships, partnerships, clientele. Like, it's all still benefiting me and my business, which, you know, you couldn't ask for more, you know what I mean? Love the dynamic that I have between both my social media presence and the fitness space. I just wish I had prepared myself better for the social media presence part, so I wouldn't be in this little predicament that I'm in right now. It's been a great way of keeping me accountable as well for my people, you know what I mean? It's like, in return, y'all repost me, like, comment, share, vibe. Like, I appreciate every ounce of support that y'all give me. So it's like, in return, it's like, why not give y'all some of them tips, workouts, the programs, like what I did to get to where I'm at right now. I think that's the least I can do. You actually invest in me and my value as a coach, because that's the biggest thing I want to do, is that I want to help people and make sure that they can get to their goals and that it's something that's achievable for them. So it's been a great dynamic for me so far, especially as far as building a business. So that checks out. What's something most clients don't understand about the mass physique that you work with? That was well worded. Some things that people probably don't understand when it comes to talking about a mass physique. And if you are a lesbian creator or a masked lesbian creator, or even if you're a part of the LGBTQ plus community, then of course you understand this term, portraying that masculine physique, or at least for my clientele, is you want to develop a more masculine physique. What are we working on a little bit more as a female who's trying to portray that masculine physique? Like, we're definitely working on and targeting hitting the upper body proportions, targeting in on shoulder growth and development, working on traps, front delt, lateral delt, rear delt. We're working on upper back, you know, getting that V taper. And honestly, I need to even pull up a Mac mass split. I mean, you can look at my physique right now. This is I would like to say, at least a decent representation of a mass physique. So now that I have our program pulled up, let me show you what the Mac Mass program, phase 1. This is the workout split breakdown of what they will be hitting on a day-to-day. So for day 1, we got upper body focus is a chest and shoulders focus. Day 2, we have lower body, glute and hamstrings focus. We have day 3, we got upper body with back and arms. We got day 4, lower body is quads and glutes. And then for day 5, we got full body with a core finisher. Full week split. Phase 1 is performed for 3 months, so you can kind of get a gauge of like how that's being broken down day to day. It's going to be more of a target to those who want to achieve the masculine physique. What is one unconventional workout tip that would surprise people? Less is more. Less is more a lot of the times. I have some of my sets where I only work for about 2 sets, about, 8 to 10 reps each set. You don't have to do a lot of volume, whether that be in your set volume or your rep volume. It doesn't always have to be go, go, go. It doesn't have to just be the machines or the free weights that you work with all the time. Some people don't even understand. You will get a full day's workout with just body weight and maybe even a couple of resistance bands. And if you're doing the proper optimal work that you need to be doing, it should be just as intense as a regular workout with any of the equipment. This will be just a full day's work without even having to fully exhaust yourself. That's where people kind of have that little plateau moment where, oh my gosh, I've just done so much. Yeah, you've done so much because you've been doing way too much this whole time. It's, I've had this moment too where it's like I thought I could just keep going up, up, up. Like it's like, oh yeah, no, mentally I'm here. But if my body cannot even move at the speed of my mind, then it's like we are not a cohesive unit. So it's like you really have to take account of that. And it's also too knowing when less is more. You'll find a different appreciation when it's like your body will reward you with the same benefits. Last thing you want to do is crash when you're on the up and up. Think about that. Our last question for podcast 1, just so we have some more stuff for the next one. Duh. What is the most common mistake that people make with their fitness goals? Okay, listen. Here's the most common mistake that I see amongst my clients that they make with their fitness goals. You have to stop projecting or believing that you are going to look like the person who you look up to the most. Even if that is me, Coach Mac. Because listen, I didn't even believe that I was going to look like this myself. Of course, I am more than happy and thankful for what I've been able to achieve thus far. And that doesn't mean that if we're, close in height, age, weight, that doesn't mean that you might not be close. Don't worry. But it's like once you get that perception or this vision in your head that you're going to look like that person that in the back of your mind, you feel like, hey, could I ever get to look like this? Get that out of your head. It's only going to skew your goals and it's going to skew your mindset. Subconsciously, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, why don't I look like this? Coach Mac has even done it herself. It's like, dude, that killed my gains. At the end of the day, I ended up looking totally different and I ended up being so proud of the way I looked when I stopped working to look towards a vision that wasn't mine. You're going to find yourself at a point where it's like your mind is not achieving that picture that it saw or envisioned for itself. Then you start kind of digging your own little hole into defeat. Don't do that. Coach Mac is telling you, do not do that. Okay? Trust me. Trust the process. Trust that your work ethic, what you do, your consistency, your discipline, is this mentally satisfying for you? Is this mentally positive for you? Is this physically positive for you? Is this physically satisfying for you? Once you find those days that are satisfying and fulfill you, it's going to come. Especially if you're doing all the hard work that you need to. And I can say that from experience. In time, it will come. Just keep working, keep doing what you need to do. But stop thinking that you're going to be something that is not what's in line for you. Follow your process, follow your plan, follow your program, stay disciplined. And if it doesn't work for you, then switch it. Your coach should be perfectly fine with switching it. If I'm your coach, tell me, Coach Mac, switch my shit. And I'm like, I got you, brother. Now that we have finished our first couple of podcast questions, don't forget to subscribe to the Mac on the Mic podcast. I appreciate every ounce of your support. And like I said, we will be talking about any and everything with some of my home girls, some of my home guys. You already know the vibes. Trust me. I be hanging out with some goons, man. They're funny, all right? And just be chopping it up, talking it up, and honestly, spreading awareness about our small businesses and how we're trying to grow as creators and grow within our circle. And I feel like that's very important. And I feel like people should know about how to surround yourself with the people that you would at least like to see yourself be in the future, or at least be around in the future. You'll find your circle, your niche. And all I can say is that my niche is one of go-getters. We are a bunch of entrepreneurs. We are a bunch of people who are tired of working under somebody and would like to make something of their own businesses. I surround myself with people who are very like-minded and they have their own career paths, career fields. And I'm so glad that I have these people in my circle, because it's like, if I ever need somebody who is good at photography or good with organization and planning and schedule tasking, or somebody who's good at landscaping or pressure washing, mobile detailing, you name it, and that's like, I got the people for that in my circle. Like, if you want to grow or excel in any way, shape, or form, it's like, you got to have that circle, you got to have that outreach, something where is, like, if you haven't learned that already, start learning and start surrounding yourself with people who it's like will share that success, that wealth, or that knowledge with you to at least help you grow your own. There will be definitely a lot more on the Mac on the Mic podcast. I'll even be breaking down some workouts on the Mac on the Mic podcast too, and just like some of my favorite form cues from certain exercises, and even breaking down like some of my old school videos, you know, where how my form has changed or how I've improved as a coach and what I would do different, especially if you're a beginner and you want to know what you could do differently. Please, if you wouldn't mind, please follow Mac Unleashed, which is my backup Instagram, or now the new IG for Matt Motivated Muscle Baby. Go ahead and give that a follow. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And without further ado, we have some boxes to unbox. And like I said, to finish out this Mac on the Mic podcast, we're going to open up some packages that some of our lovely partnerships and sponsor brands sent to us this week. We actually got a package in the mail from Equi, which is a plant-based bread brand. They have kindly sent us a loaf of their premium classic wheat protein bread. It's got 10 grams of proteins a slice, all plant-based and vegan. And the biggest thing that I want to point out about Equi's bread is that it only has 1 gram of sugar per slice, which is crazy. And it has amazing macros. So I would definitely say check this out. I'll drop the link in the description, and I'll also put the link in my bio for Equi. So check that out. As for our next unboxings, I actually opened this one up a little bit. Oops, sorry, don't look at that one. Legion has kindly sent us our next month of supplements. So we're gonna open these up and I'm gonna show you what Legion sent us. Of course, use code MATMOTIVATED at checkout if you want 20% off your first order. Protein, creatine, post-workout, you got pump surge, you got ashwagandha, you got vitamin D3, you got fish oil, you have immunity support supplement, you have a gut balance supplement, you have creatine gummies. Come on, man. And I'm giving you a code for 20% off. Merry Christmas. Legion has sent us their pump surge supplement. Oh, I cannot wait to add that to my shaker bottle today. For our second one, they have sent us a large container of their fruit punch post-workout recharge, which it also has 5 grams of creatine in it per serving, which I will also be adding to my shaker bottle today. I saved the best for last. Y'all are gonna believe what's in this box, because I don't even believe what's in this box right now. Check this out. If you haven't seen already, Legion has just come out with a new energy drink. And they just sent me a case. Their very own, get out of here, Legion energy drink. I am super excited to try this. Hold on. Legion's Fruit Punch energy drink. It is their very first energy drink, and I am super excited that I get to try this. It's only got 5 calories per can, 0 grams of sugar, and it's only got 6 grams of carbs. Oh my gosh. I got a whole case. Let's go. Use code MATMOTIVATED at checkout to get 20% off yours, okay? Yo, come on. Thank you so much for this. I don't know why you haven't bought any already. Cheers to Legion.